Yo, what's up guys? In today's video, I got some huge Chicago Bulls news on, of course, the NBA draft and NBA draft prospects. Definitely check out my last video if you missed it. I also talked about the Bulls working out Tyrese Haliburton, Kira Lewis Jr., and the Bulls also interviewed Isaac Okoro. Definitely check out that video if you missed it. It had a lot of Bulls news in it, like I said, just like this video, so stay tuned to this one as well. And the first topic I want to talk about in today's video is about LaMelo Ball. This whole offseason or pre-draft, there's been many rumors about the Bulls being very interested and high on LaMelo Ball and his game. And earlier this offseason, LaMelo Ball said he wasn't working out for any NBA teams, but recently that has changed. At first he worked out for Golden State, and then according to Darnell Mayberry of The Athletic, the Chicago Bulls were supposed to watch LaMelo Ball's pre-draft workout last Friday, but they didn't show up. That's really interesting. Now this could be typical NBA smoke, or the Bulls don't want LaMelo and all the rumors were false. And the Bulls, recently they have been linked to many other point guards in this draft. And I feel like if the Bulls were truly high in any of those point guards, we might trade back in the draft. Like I said, check out my last video. I was talking about the Bulls being interested in Tyrese Haliburton and Kira Lewis Jr. And some more Bulls news. It does surprise me that we skipped his workout, but like I said, it could either be smoke or the Bulls just aren't interested in him, or they really are. Definitely leave any comments or questions about that topic. And the Chicago Bulls reportedly have scheduled workouts with Patrick Williams. I talked about him in a few of my past videos. His stock has just been skyrocketing. I don't believe the Bulls should draft him at 4. I believe that's way too high for him. I believe, if the Bulls do draft him, we'd have to trade back and he'd be around the 5 to 7 area, maybe even farther down. And the Bulls have also had scheduled workouts with Devin Vassell. That does surprise me. I know a lot of Bulls fans are high on him. I am as well. But, that does surprise me because I don't expect the Bulls to draft him at 4. That's way too high for him. And same with Patrick Williams, those are two main targets the Bulls would have to trade back for. And that's kind of what Arcidiacono is known for. So I'm kind of expecting a draft day trade to trade or move back in the draft. That wouldn't surprise me at all. This is some more big news. The Bulls had scheduled workouts with Killian Hayes, Onyeka Okongwu as well. Sorry if I butchered that. And I guess we also had a workout with James Wiseman, which does surprise me because I did not know any of this. This all just recently came out. But the main part about this is I expect the Bulls to trade back in this year's draft, which I'm not completely against. If Arcidiacono isn't that high and a prospect at 4, I'd rather us trade back, maybe get a future draft pick or an asset and get the guy or that they want more in the later in the draft. But either way, the big topic is the Bulls had a scheduled workout with LaMelo Ball, but they did not show up. Who knows if it was smokescreen or something happened or just everything going around. Who knows? Because I did know Arcidiacono, he was caught in Atlanta earlier this offseason, pretty sure working out with Denny and such. That was kind of a secret as well. So this guy, that could be smokescreen or this could. So I don't really know. Monday is supposed to be the last day of workouts. By the time this video goes live, I might make a future video on that, updating you guys. But either way, this is some big news. Definitely leave any comments or questions below about the Bulls, having interviews and workouts with all these draft prospects, and them also being a no-show for LaMelo Ball's pre-draft workout. And another big topic in today's video that I want to talk about is the Chicago Bulls are very interested in Okongwu, and he is now on the Bulls' radar. He's another top 10 projected pick. The Bulls have kind of been rumored and have interest in almost every top 10 projected pick besides him, Obi Toppin, and James Wiseman. I don't really want Obi Toppin. There's been absolutely no rumors connecting him to Chicago. Same with Anthony Edwards, really. So this doesn't surprise me. The Bulls just interviewed or worked out James Wiseman and now Okongwu. They both those centers, I'd say those are the top 2 centers in this draft. They've been mainly connected to Golden State and Charlotte. They both need a center. And I'm really high on Okongwu, but the only problem is, he's kind of like a Wendell Carter Jr. comparison. I feel like they're both the same type of player. I saw that I've been looking at NBA mock drafts and such, and Okongwu's like player comparison is either Wendell Carter Jr. or Bam from the Miami Heat. I already see Wendell kind of being that. Of course, he needs to stay healthy, and I believe he can be like Bam, play that role that he did for the Miami Heat for the Chicago Bulls. But according to NBC Sports Chicago's own Casey Johnson, the Chicago Bulls are interested in Okongwu at the number 4 spot, and he talked about it on the 670 The Scores show on Friday. And then he said, and then Okongwu would be there for you at 4, and I know the Bulls are really intrigued by him, but that's a duplication of Wendell Carter Jr. Now, Arcidiacono has flat out said publicly, and has shown in the past with the Jokic and Nurkic draft in Denver, that he drafted pretty much 2 centers that have the same game for the most part, and that does not bother him. If the number 1 player on the board is there and you got somebody on your roster that plays that position, it doesn't matter, you take that person. That's what good organizations and GM and vice presidents do. So you figure it out later, So I think Okongwu would be a possibility if he is there at 4 for the Chicago Bulls. So either way, this could be more smokescreen or this could be true. I wouldn't be mad if we drafted him at 4, but we would definitely have things to solve out. Because like I said, I feel like he's just a younger Wendell Carter Jr. I believe Okongwu, Wendell, and Bam are all kind of the same player. They all do that same role. They're all 6'9" power or centers in this league. They're a small ball center. I feel like they're all going to be great no matter what. I don't really get the point of drafting another Wendell Carter Jr. But either way, it is interesting. It wouldn't surprise me if they did. He's 6'9", but he doesn't play like that. He's only 19 years old. I wouldn't mind drafting him. Definitely leave any comments or questions below about that. And also about LaMelo Ball, it does blow my mind that the Bulls missed out on his interview or were a no-show. Even say the Bulls aren't even that interested in him, I still feel like we should have went, just to kind of do our job, see what he's all about. But say the Bulls do move up or something, or do draft Okongwu at 4, I 100% expect the Bulls to trade Wendell Carter Jr. then. I just believe they're kind of the same player. They have the same play style and such. And the Bulls reportedly consider Lauri Markkanen more untouchable than Wendell Carter Jr. in trade talks. So it's looking like if we do draft Okongwu at 4, we're definitely going to trade Wendell rather than Lauri and figure it out. I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of interesting news and rumors coming out. Like I said, check out my last video if you missed it. The Bulls have been interviewing and working out a lot of draft prospects. I talked about a lot of that as well. Definitely leave any comments or questions about all the topics I talked about in today's video and who you guys want the Bulls to draft at 4. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a good one.